Take two! Welcome back, all YouTube believers and webheads, to part 5 of my video. I said take two at the beginning because I recorded it, but I forgot to set the time limit. So the video would have ended real quick because it was set at like 10 minutes or something like that because of other stuff I had to do. But anyway, it's been 2 to 3 weeks since I've done my last video because of school and athletics, so I'm sorry that there was such a long time between these parts, but can't really help that. Maybe I can, but no I can't. I'm not gonna excuse that. Anyway, since my last video, boom, you can see I unlocked most of the map because of the towers and stuff, but also, what the heck is going on with Spider-Man stuff? MCU, people are going ballistic on Twitter over all sorts of crap. The MCU thing, other stuff, arguments. Also, this game is now a year old. Since I shouldn't say it's a year old. Yeah, it is. Since its launch, it's a year old.
1034, assault currently in progress.
We are currently on our way to do the Shocker mission, but yep, 1 year old. I was gonna do a tribute video, but yeah, you know, school, so anything that I can't do in life is just school's my excuse. But it's a good balance. I'm gonna go do the Shocker thing. I don't know, other stuff I'm gonna do throughout this part. Let's just get this over with. Okay, cool. Anyway, let's go do the Shocker thing. I might do a separate video over my thoughts of some of the other stuff that's been going on, like the MCU. I have a Twitter. It's at SpideyParker16. It's the same logo and everything as my YouTube channel. So if you don't follow that, go ahead and go follow that, because I post a lot more on my Twitter. No matter what's going on, school, nothing.
Hi, Herman.
I'll tweet during school, stuff like that. I'm very consistent on my Twitter, unlike my YouTube. So if you want to hear a lot of my thoughts, and in more depth, I'm not as good at talking out loud as I am typing and stuff like that. So if you actually want to hear about some of my opinions and stuff over certain Spidey topics, comics, video games, movies, everything, I talk about it all on my Twitter account. And I did post my MCU opinion. It was very, very long on my Twitter. I might do a separate video over it. If not, I'll just address it now. Basically, for the MCU, I think this absolutely sucks. That's a huge loss, losing Spider-Man, on top of losing all the characters you lost during Endgame. So that sucks. For Spider-Man overall, I think if this is played off properly, this could be an absolutely fantastic thing for Spider-Man. And I know MCU fans and stans and all that crap hate that. They'd say, no, Spider-Man's screwed without the MCU. No, he's actually not. He's actually probably better off without the MCU, as long as he's portrayed properly and produced properly, if that makes any sense. I have an idea in my mind over what properly truly is, like what they could do to make this character absolutely amazing in their own kind of fashion. But again, that's ideal, and who knows if they can even do something. I think they can, because they have all the Spider-Man characters. They have the rights to all the live-action Spider-Man characters. But again, funding, overall intelligence over at I'm not saying Sony Pictures like they're not dumb. They've got a lot of smart people. They've got a lot of good producers. But to be able to pull off something that I have in mind, which I'm gonna make a separate video over what I have in mind for Spider-Man live action wise. There we go. Shocker's done. Gravy. But
like zero personality.
yeah, I'm gonna make a separate video over what I think could be done for Spider-Man overall, because
Maybe
what
later.
I have in mind, I think it's genius. Other people might not think so. They might think I'm a complete idiot, but what I think that I have in mind is absolutely perfect for the character and for the live action rights. I
What,
did
Spider-Man?
type it
Did you
over
learn anything about his
I say briefly. It was
That's
pretty
right.
long,
He's
but
not
I
very
typed over it
talkative. Plus, I think he
briefly
had
in
that
my
effect on a lot of
when I posted my
You love
opinion
me, right,
about
Harry?
I
the
tolerate
whole
you.
Disney Sony thing falling through and Spider-Man
That
getting
might
removed
be
from the
nicest
MCU.
thing you've ever said to me.
Yeah, just a brief description of what I think could be a perfect answer for what's been going on.
Looks like I got some free time. Maybe now's a good time to look into that mask.
Maybe.
Oh, it's MJ. Hey,
But
MJ,
yeah,
a little late?
I might make a separate video over that.
Looks like you had quite an adventure with Shocker tonight.
Other thing that's
Yeah,
going
he was
on,
unusually combative.
non-Spider-Man
Anyway, thanks
related.
again for dinner. What do I owe you?
You know, I'm not just a Spider-Man. Like I have,
You still have that mask from
I
the
like
gallery?
other.
Yeah.
Spider-Man's my
I'm
absolute
actually
favorite,
on my way to the
and
Peace Center now to ask Martin
like,
about it.
if I'm doing anything superhero related, 99.99% of the time,
If anyone knows about the origins
it's
of that
gonna be
mask,
something
he will.
Spider-Man related, just because he's my favorite character, and in my opinion, he's the best character. Like,
And I plan to be the one to
hands
break
down. I know people say,
Sure.
like a lot of people would disagree with that,
call
say
you up
Batman's the best superhero. Batman's great.
Whenever.
Spider-Man's better.
Talking again. Cool.
And that's a pretty biased opinion, but it's also the truth. And that sounds weird saying like an opinion is the truth, but I mean it is. Spider-Man's the best. But I do, off that little rant right there, might as well do this real quick. I do have other, you know, like I said, people that I've seen over and over again. Batman is the best superhero, stuff like that. Blah 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 blah. Batman is my favorite DC superhero, not my favorite hero. Spider-Man. Holy crap! Who just hit? Whoa whoa whoa! Okay 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 okay. What? I can't see any of them. That's part of the problem. But who the heck was putting that much damage onto me? Even gunshots weren't putting that much damage into me, but a punch apparently can. Anyway. Jeez, okay! Hold on, no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no.
Welcome to the air show.
Okay, oh my gosh. I'm actually pissed off about that. Okay. I don't know if you saw that, but one punch apparently dropped me all the way down to like 4 health. That's ludicrous. I've never died during a street crime like that. Also, super dark on the rooftop, not making excuses, but good lord, what was that? Anyway. Blah! Back to the topic on hand. Batman. Favorite DC superhero. Spider-Man's my favorite superhero overall. Marvel superhero. And superheroes in general. But the new Joker movie, releasing in a month, looks fantastic. I'm super excited about it. I'm gonna go see it. I might post my review on it on this channel. I might like review it. Be my first movie review ever. I've done a review over this game. Now I'm doing this walkthrough. Might do a movie review over it to be my first movie review ever. But I don't know. Let me know if you want to see that. Maybe I'll just post my review on Twitter or something like that. But slowly and slowly we're gaining towards the Joker movie coming out, which will be amazing. I think it'll be amazing. Oh, what else to talk about? All the MCU stuff getting announced, which I think, even though they lost, I still think the MCU future is looking decently bright with everything that's coming out. Honestly though,
Drug deals and criminals. They go together like
if
cookies
they
and milk.
if they
Come on,
still had
fellas.
Spider-Man though,
Can't keep
like
ducking income tax like this.
the MCU would be set. Like, but you know, they couldn't work anything out, and that's okay, cause it's almost like I said earlier, it's better for the character of Spider-Man that he's not in the MCU. I think a lot of the MCU themes and stuff are how should I word that? Overshadowing him. Kind of like all his villains were motivated by the fact that they hated Tony Stark, so they weren't really Spider-Man villains. They were just and please don't if you're a huge MCU fan, don't take offense to what I'm saying. This is just an opinion of mine, but good lord, what am I doing? Can you please web up? Thank you, goodness. I think they were portrayed more as Iron Man villains, that Spider-Man was stepping in and defeating himself. And I didn't like that. I liked how the villains were like...
Almost morning. Mr. Lee will be here soon. I could use a snack.
Besides their motivation that, oh, Tony Stark, screw that guy, and then, oh, this random teenager in red tights shows up and starts defeating me, blah, blah, blah. Besides their motivation, I really like the way they're portrayed. Like, Mysterio, maybe drones wasn't the best option, but the illusion scenes and everything else like that was actually kind of really cool to see live action. Vulture was amazing. Again, besides that, I've already said his motivation. Hey,
Mr. Lee's usually
inspiration,
in his office now.
motivation.
What about my dog?
But
Hey, kid. I
Hey.
don't know the science stuff.
but yeah. Besides that, Vulture was an absolutely fantastic villain to see. So was Mysterio. Not downplaying Mysterio, but honestly, Vulture was really cool to see. I've never been like a massive like Vulture fan. I shouldn't say. Yeah, I've never been like this massive like Vulture's the coolest villain ever, blah blah blah. I think he's in my top 10 favorite
Peter.
Spider-Man villains, but
What can I do for you?
I'm sorry to bother you, Mr. Lee. I
he's
have a
not
friend, Mary Jane.
my favorite.
She's
I'm
from
gonna.
Florida. She's doing a
I've been
story
talking a
on
lot,
art imports, and she
so
found this piece.
this is a pretty.
Well, she wanted an expert opinion on it.
I don't know if
and
I should
I
say
know you have a
important.
degree.
And this
It's an
might be the
important
first time
cutscene, so I
actually
might
get
be
to use
quiet
it.
for a little bit
And see what you have.
while this cutscene goes on, and I'll talk afterwards.
Interesting. Where'd she find it?
I'm really not sure. What is it?
Replica of an antique Chinese opera mask. I haven't seen one in years. This symbol here roughly translates to demon.
Demon.
My father read me ghost stories with that mask and symbol in it when I was young. Scared the hell out of me. Peter, listen. That mask, it could be connected to dangerous people. Mary Jane might want to find a different story.
Do you think she's in trouble?
I don't know. Why take the risk?
Cool. Okay. Just
Hey.
checking
The
my
symbol
Twitter.
inside the mask means demon. It really spooked Mr. Lee. Never seen him like that. He even said you should
Wait till the
drop the
phone
story.
call to be done.
Fat chance. Do you think Mr. Lee
It's hard to
knows more
start
than he's letting
talking
on?
again right
No,
after
I think he
you've been
just had
quiet for a little
weird
bit.
flashback or something.
And if like any
know his childhood was
auditory
pretty
things are going
traumatic.
on, like this phone call or a
Yeah, makes
cutscene or
sense.
something like that, it's really hard to get
Demons, huh?
talking again. So
Catchy name. Okay, gotta get writing. See you soon.
I've never been down this hallway.
Not
I
really about
actually
as well as I
kind of.
could have hoped.
What's this?
Everyone feels hopeless at some point. Helps to know there's somebody willing to listen.
I've never actually explored this hallway. I think I've like seen it before and thought it was just it's just like an extra hallway, but I've never noticed that there's actually stuff down this hallway. There might be actually cool little Easter eggs. Maybe not.
People don't realize how many kids are homeless. 1 in 30. And too many shelters aren't equipped to care for them.
Just a lot of homelessness references and stuff like that. Anyways, checking the Twitter, I noticed that if you're interested, I'm not. There's something about like the new Disney XD Marvel Spider-Man cartoon. There's a new season, or there's a new season of their Superior Spider-Man adaptation. I don't know. I think the show's like, whether it's the regular one or the Superior, I think it sucks. Sorry if you like it. I think it sucks. It's hands down awful. But if you are interested, there you go. There's a little bit of Spider-Man news for you. And that was another
Got
mission
some
done.
time to kill before Doc needs me at the lab. Let's do a little Spidey workout in the city.
I might do a couple more things, and then I'm probably gonna wrap up this part. Just because I do have some stuff to do, but it's been fun while it lasted. It's been a while since I've done something like this, and a lot has happened, so it gives me a lot of conversation topics to, I say conversation, one-way conversation, commentary topics to talk about. While I'm doing this video, I'm gonna try hard to find time during the week or weekend to do parts. I know I said that last time and I lied.
When he spoke to me, he seemed worried. Are you into something dangerous?
Oh, it's
Yeah,
just a
always, I'm
story Mary
Spider-Man.
Jane's investigating.
But
Don't worry, I'll make sure she's careful.
Please tell me you two are back
especially
together.
since I left
We're talking again. Baby steps.
I left it off on
I
a,
hope I
oh
didn't
my
upset
gosh,
Mr.
he almost
Lee.
ran down all those people.
He's
But
just concerned.
the massive crowd of people here, I've never seen that.
I knew he liked you. He admires how dedicated you are to helping others. I think you
I know last part I left it off for 3 weeks. Last part was super boring. It was the,
Well, the admiration's mutual.
I bet it was boring to watch. Like, maybe it's not a super boring part of the game, but it's a boring, I'm sure it's a boring part to watch video wise, because you know, it was the museum mission and it's like the invasion mission. There's not a
Hello?
lot to do or talk about, or you know, I'm not doing stuff like
Oh, hey,
this.
what's up?
Lance Corporal Texidor.
Forgot. I mean, I didn't forget.
But
I
yeah,
just,
so
I'll
maybe
be there
this part
soon.
will be more interesting, maybe not. Maybe they're all boring. I don't know. I don't care.
Parker, you're better
I
than
still
me.
think that, I don't know.
lose track of time.
It's a debate between part 2 and part 4, which are my most boring parts so far, as this series progresses. So yeah, I'm gonna do this. I'll do this break-in, then I'll do the auto part, and then I'll go ahead and wrap up this part.
Those guys are already breaking. I better stop the entry. Wow, you all forgot your keys? Hey, get back down!
I've gone kind of quiet. Sorry about that. Kind of lost things to talk about. But oh yeah, Venom 2. I don't know if there's any really big news about that other than it's happening, and Andy Serkis, aka
Look at it
Gollum
this way. If I'd
from
actually
Lord of
let
the
you
Rings,
break in,
is directing it. I don't know how to feel about that. I don't think I've ever watched a Andy Serkis. Has Andy Serkis directed him? I'm not sure. I'll have to look that up. I don't know how he'll do as director. Maybe he'll do great, maybe he'll do terrible. But now that Spider-Man's back with Sony, maybe they could include him in there, get him started in that universe, and maybe it'll be really cool. But I have high hopes for it. I know that they're starting filming soon or something like that. Hopefully it's good. The first one wasn't terrible, but it wasn't great. It wasn't anything memorable, but it wasn't a downright horrible movie. So let's hope that the second one does great, especially since I think the
How does it work? Just like a natural arm.
end credit scene of the
Think of
last
what you
movie,
wanted to
maybe
do,
Carnage will be
and-
in this one, and they'll build towards maximum Carnage or something like that. That'll be awesome to see. But more about that in my I'll make a separate video for what I think Sony should do live action Spider-Man wise. But
Hey,
let's go ahead and
hey,
watch this, and
what do
then
you think you're doing?
This site's been declared a safety hazard.
I'll wrap this up.
Stop that right now! This is highly sensitive equipment. That's it. I'm calling the mayor's office directly.
Peter Parker, how the hell are you?
Speak of the devil. Mr. Osborn.
Oh, please. How long have we known each other? It's Mr. Mayor. It's Norman. Norman!
Norman, what do you think you're doing?
The grant agreement you signed has strict safety provisions. This isn't your first violation.
Those were excused.
By me. You should have confiscated
I don't
this
know if you heard
equipment
something.
long
It's getting
ago.
hot in my room. I had to change out of
But
my
I've had a breakthrough.
pants into some shorts. I'm
Thank
starting
you
to sweat.
for your great service to our country.
Not that you guys needed to know that.
These
but
folks will
I am.
escort you to Oscorp Robotics, where you'll receive the latest in prosthetics. No charge.
This isn't about safety infractions, is it?
I'm trying to help you, Otto. You're free to continue your work in a secure environment.
At Oscorp.
You always were the smartest guy in the room.
You haven't changed a bit.
Neither of you. Hey, Peter. Harry will be coming back from Europe early
I can't wait to
next
see this
year.
guy's Green
Maybe
Goblin. I want to
two
see
can start that business
him kind of
you
go
always talked about.
lunatic. Kind of just go
This
loony. Kind of go crazy.
is
As
opportunity
Green Goblin.
knocking.
Because he does kind of have that Norman businessman jerkwad kind of grotesque. Is that the
Easy.
word? Grotesque. Gusto.
They
Kinda
didn't take
to 'em.
everything. Maybe we could start over.
Peter. There's no we.
This guy was great as Otto.
Without the grant from the city, I can no
All
longer
of these
pay
people in this
you.
game were great.
I need some time to think.
So
If I
we'll
were
see how
you,
the sequel. I have a. That's another video I'm gonna do. Plans and expectations and kind of ideas for the sequel to this game. I think would be phenomenal, and I'll discuss them and kind of go over what I think they should, where they should go from here. Because this game was perfect. It's kind of hard to develop and perfect perfection, if that makes any sense. But anyway, I'm gonna wrap this part up. It's been great
could do
doing this
something to help
again.
Doc.
I
Maybe call Harry.
Go
Ask
ahead
him
and-
to talk to his dad. No. Norman never listens to
will
Harry.
start off with Harry's
Maybe
research
try to kill
station next
funding for
time,
his research stations.
and
One of
yeah,
those
I'm gonna
stations is
try to do
nearby.
these because I love doing these.
See how they're doing while Harry's
Even
in
if they
Europe.
don't get a lot of views or something like that, I find them a lot of fun
Must
to
be
do because
some
I
way to
get to
help
play the
Doc.
game, I get to talk
I'll think
about
of
Spider-Man
something.
stuff, I get to do all that, I get to plan out my future for this YouTube channel, which hopefully blossoms. Maybe it won't, but I'm gonna keep trying because it's a lot of fun. So thank you for tuning in. If you did, this has been fun, and I'll see you guys on part 6. Bye now.